Welcome to 8 Levels to a Successful Life, presented by Manuel Karkafiris from Soul Results. Hello, my name is Manuel Karkafiris. I'm an ex-Fortune 500 manager, so I've been very fortunate to see how successful businesses work, especially on the big stage. I'm also a multiple award-winning business owner over the last 16 years, achieving some great awards for my businesses. I'm a master coach and NLP trainer, and I'm a director of a company called Soul Results. And over the last 20 years, I've been researching what makes people successful. I've applied a lot of those strategies and tools in my own life, and they've worked. And I've been so blessed to see so many people using the same recipe for success and getting great results also. And what I'm aiming to do today is just fill in the pieces of helping you get from where you are to where you want to be. So who is Soul Results? We are South Australia's leading organisation in peak life performance. And over the last 10 years, we've really assisted people through training, coaching and mentoring them to achieve success, balance and fulfillment in their life. Thousands of people have come through our programs with outstanding results and personal breakthroughs, ultimately leading to a life of celebration. So why do we need to know these 8 levels? Firstly, it's to help you achieve your goals. And to do that, you need to be consciously aware of how to make positive progress in your life. And by understanding these 8 levels, you can inspire yourself and the people around you to bigger and greater things, which ultimately leads to a more rewarding and fulfilling life. And what does that look like? Well, it means a better financial situation, more health, energy and vitality, and having outstanding relationships both intimately, personally and professionally. So what will you be learning? You'll be learning the success principles that we use in our master coaching program. And these are wisdoms that have been passed down from our mentors that we have applied and found to have transformed our own lives and the lives of our coaching clients. Typically, our coaching programs, if you were to get coached by one of the directors in our company, you'd be looking at least $2,000 for a 5-session program that'll take you through unleashing all the power within you and getting through all of your blocks and moving you forward to your goals. With this program, 8 Levels to a Successful Life, it's going to give you the direction to allow you to achieve success in your life. So before we begin, it'd be very handy for yourself to get yourself some paper, a pen, because you'll be taking down some notes ideally, and you'll be jotting down the action steps at the end of each level. So we want to make sure that we're creating some momentum so you can do things that are going to assist you to achieve your goals. And what we are all about at Soul Results is about creating that ripple effect of change. So feel free to forward this on to someone you believe will gain value from listening to the 8 levels of a successful life. So let's all make a difference today. Share the knowledge and create the ripple effect. In fact, you can go to our website, www.soulresults.com, and register for your free ebook on creating a successful life. So let's get started. Each level will take you closer to your dreams and your goals. So think about an outcome that you really want. Perhaps it's a new career, a new car, could be a new house, could be a health goal, Could be a wealth goal, a certain amount of money you want to achieve. How about writing something down on paper now that is something you'd really love to achieve in terms of a goal? And be specific. For instance, if it's the amount of money you'd like to earn, then put it down like, yes, I want to earn $100,000 a year or $1 million a year, whatever it may be. And then we'll be taking you through the necessary steps, the 8 levels that will help you achieve that success in your life and lead you closer and closer to your goals. And this will ultimately fast track your success. So let's look at level 1 first. It's so important to plan. There's an old saying, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. So we want you to be planning big and planning small. So what do we mean by planning big? First of all, it's important to define your purpose. Why do you want to achieve the goals that you want in your life? When the why is big enough, you'll figure out the how. Create a vision for your life in all areas of your life. Think about the things that you truly want in your career, in your finances, in your health, in your relationships, in your leisure and time off, and as well as your spiritual and self-development. One key area that people like to focus on is a vision for their wealth. In order for us to get the wealth goal that we want, it's important to plan small as well. And that may mean that we need to plan for our savings, our investments, our spending plan, our contribution, and even our plan towards our education for our self-development or our professional development. And that's really the key for success, is making sure that you're planning every day. So action step number 1 is allocate yourself a day. Schedule one day to do planning. Planning your vision for your life, your purpose, and the various goals that you want to achieve in all those different areas in your life, from your health, your finances, your career, and so forth. Level 2 is condition yourself for success. And that means reviewing those goals daily. Ideally, you want to be reviewing them first thing in the morning, last thing at night, so they become your focal point. And have some reminders in your environment. Could be you're cutting out pictures of the body you want or the car you want. And make this a daily ritual for your attitude and focus, where you're going through these goals and reminders and they're constantly in your face, so you're just driven to want to go towards them. So here are some examples of a vision board, or some reminders as in sticky notes that you can have around the place, either in your bedroom, in your bathroom. You can even have some in your car, something to remind you to keep those goals in mind. So action step number 2 is create your own vision board or goal cards. And with your goal cards, you can have little 3x5 cards with your goals written on them, and just review them daily and affirm them to yourself every day. Level 3 is continuous growth and learning. Just like a plant in nature, we are either growing or deteriorating. So it becomes imperative that you surround yourself with empowering people and knowledge. Having a mentor that you can go to at any time. And sometimes these mentors aren't right there directly in your face, but they can be in books, in CDs, or you can do some courses, either online or personal courses that with people in a seminar or a workshop. And make sure you stay connected to an inspiring environment. One of the things that we do at Soul Results is we run a monthly breakfast called Breakfast at the Next Level. And this is where we get a lot of like-minded people who come along to get inspired by a motivational talk, but there's also great networking and people just growing and developing by hanging around people who are stretching their thinking to another level. And ultimately, who you hang around is who you become. So it's so important to network with people that are going to stretch your thinking to a much higher level. So action step number 3 is network with like-minded people. Now, if you're local, perhaps come down to breakfast at the next level, or find yourself a mentor or a coach, someone who's going to help you achieve your goals and keep you accountable towards maintaining the momentum towards those goals. Level 4, action and momentum. One of the first things is to step outside of the comfort zone. And by doing so, we want to make sure that if we're taking consistent and disciplined action every day towards our goals, then that's giving us more drive and momentum towards our goals. Now, we run a peak life performance program, and we run it with various businesses and organizations. And one of the programs that we run is called the Glass Walk. And we don't recommend you do this at home because we run it under strict supervised conditions. However, we get people to walk across 6 feet of broken glass. And when we ask them, well, what's the hardest step to take? 100% of the participants say it's always the first step. So knowing that, the first step is the hardest, stepping outside of the comfort zone, and then following through, they just keep walking across the glass, and then they celebrate their success. And we use that as a metaphor to say, well, if you can walk across 6 feet of broken glass, what is another challenge that you can overcome quite easily through your mindset to help you get your goals? So the power is outside of your comfort zone is where the magic happens. So action step number 4 is choose a breakthrough goal. A goal that will make you want to get up early in the morning and finish off late at night. Something that really inspires you and you feel empowered. And aim to do the 3 things per day to progress towards it. For instance, if it's a health goal, it could be that you hydrate yourself. You drink 2 or 3 liters of water a day. It could be that you do a certain amount of sit-ups or push-ups. It may mean that you get a personal trainer that coaches you as well. But you're doing 3 things consistently every day. Level 5 is teamwork. And the key to teamwork is it's basically success is a team sport. So often if you can delegate some of the tasks that are holding you back, it means you're going to get more allocated time to do the things that you truly love. And what we found is there's a lot of managers and supervisors who tend to get burnt out because they're too afraid to delegate. So by empowering the people around you, you can often create the time and the efficiency and effectiveness to allow yourself to go after your goals. And build a world-class support team around you. I'll give you an example. For instance, my partner, Stan Contis, and I, business partner that it is, we run a property development and investment business, and we have a great support team that helps us. We have our builder, our finance broker, our conveyancer, our surveyor, our real estate agent who helps us sell the properties, our leasing agent who helps us rent them out, and also our accountant, just to name a few. So any time that we feel stuck or challenged, we can always go back to these professionals who have the knowledge. So important to build a great support team. And help the team around you as well. Empower them. The more you train your team, the better results that you will acquire. So just like that diagram shows, success is a team sport. By having people giving you input and you sharing your knowledge as well around you, you'll get great results and success in your life. So action step number 5 is get some training for your existing team. So if you're a manager or if you're in business, make sure that you're taking your team's thinking to another level to make sure that they're in alignment with your values, your goals. Or begin to build your own team. Have the people around you that will support you, guide you, that you can always fall back on to give you the right advice. Level 6, monitor and measure. We know it's important to plan our week, plan our day, plan our month, plan our year. However, it's also important to review. And you can review your day, review your week, review your month, review your year. But let's just say reviewing your week. You can actually go back and look at, well, what did I actually do over this last week? What worked well? What could have been done better? Are you closer to your goals or are you going further away? And just by monitoring that, it just puts you in good perspective as to whether you can really achieve the dreams, goals, and desires that you want to get. Set up some key performance indicators. For instance, in my businesses, I make sure that we're tracking our progress by looking at things like our cash flow, our sales, our customer numbers, our discounts, our profitability, our average dollar sale, just to name a few. And this doesn't only apply just to the career or to our financial situation. I've also got key performance indicators in other areas of my life. For instance, another area of my life is my health. I love fitness and I enjoy riding my bike. And I look at things like my heart rate when I go riding, my cadence, which is how fast my legs are spinning around, the distance I travel, and the time in which I do it in. And ultimately, I'm tracking my progress to see, well, am I heading up? Am I really moving forward and upwards? Because sometimes I may have a time where things just drop a bit. I may not be in the right state. And then I can turn it around and say, well, what do I need to do to shift this around? How can I make it better? So by having these key performance indicators in place, I can definitely track my progress. So action step number 6. Choose a key life area. For instance, it could be your wealth and finances, could be your career or your health, and set up some key performance indicators to monitor your performance and your progress. Level 7, stay focused. It's important to focus on what you want and not where you are. And the more flexible and resourceful you are, the more chance you have of getting your goals. For instance, if you were driving along to go to a destination and you took the wrong turn, and this was a new destination you'd never been to, and you went into a side street and all of a sudden you realize, wow, this is not the right direction. You wouldn't just stop there. You'd regroup. It's almost like having a GPS and say, okay, this is not the right place. Perhaps we took the wrong turn. And then refocus on your outcome, which is the new destination you want to go to, and work your way how to get there. So what this means is in life, whenever we set goals, there are often hurdles and challenges that we need to overcome. And sometimes we know what they're going to be in advance, which is great, but sometimes they just pop up. And we've got to be ready for them when they do come up. It's also important to eliminate distractions in our life. So we need to get good at time management. And by doing this, we need to prioritize what's important in our life. And by keeping those goals in mind and having them as our focal point, that's a key thing for us to do. And that's why level 1 planning becomes so important, because if you spend more time here, it means you eliminate a lot of those distractions. It's also important to overcome any mental blocks, any mindset limitations. For instance, any limiting thoughts that come up or beliefs, any fears, or any negative associations. For instance, some people would say, I can't find the time, or I don't have the knowledge, or I don't have the money. And that's a lot of limiting beliefs. So we run a program called The Next Level, which is a 2-day program, and that's some of the things we focus on is helping people to overcome their blocks and limitations. So make sure that you get really good at managing your time and become effective and efficient, eliminating distractions and getting rid of any blocks that are slowing you down. So what's the action step? The action step for number 7 is delegate activities to manage your time better. So think of things that you don't really like to do or are taking up too much of your time, and train others how to do it for you. Level 8, rewards. It's so important to celebrate your victories, big and small, because what this does is it creates a neuro association of, wow, I want this and I want more of it. And enjoying the journey is critical. I'll give you an example. As I mentioned earlier, I love riding my bike, and going up hills can be pretty strenuous. However, when we overcome these hills or mountains that we're climbing and we get to the top, it's so fulfilling knowing that we've overcome those challenges. Now, where does the satisfaction really come from? Because what I could do is put the bike in my car, drive up the hill, take it out, and then say, there you go, I've gone up the hill. But the reality is, the true journey, the true experience is from me actually doing the activity, putting the effort in, putting the energy in, and getting the results. And that's where the fulfillment comes from, the growth. And that's when we feel like celebrating. So celebrate by having some rewards at the end of achieving that mountain that you've just climbed. And then it'll feel like you're fast tracking yourself by moving forward with a fantastic little reward. So action step number 8 is choose a suitable reward for achieving your outcomes or goals. And these could be big rewards or small rewards. It could be as simple as a little treat, or it could be a holiday, whatever really excites you and motivates you. So where to from here? Just like any good habit, it's important to condition the learning. So with all these 8 levels, it's good to go back, review them all, and make sure you're putting the action steps into plan. And if you're free, come along to our free 1-day Ultimate Success Mindset Seminar. We really do focus on a lot of these 8 levels in more detail. We focus on how you can achieve that success, balance, and fulfillment in all areas of your life, and how to overcome the blocks and challenges that perhaps may have prevented you from getting what you want in life. So you can go onto our website, register online at www.soulresults.com. And that'll give you the direction towards success in your life. So go out there and make it happen. We hope you really enjoyed these 8 levels to a successful life, and we would really appreciate you giving us your feedback. This is a new format that we've just started, and we'd like to know whether you want more of these type of programs, just to keep you inspired and motivated to get your goals really happening. So email us at life@soulresults.com, even if it's just a couple sentences. Say, yes, thank you very much, it was great. Or give us some areas of improvement that you think are necessary for these programs. By all means, go onto Facebook and like us as well. So on behalf of the team at Soul Results, I want to thank you so much for listening. I look forward to catching up with you in the near future at one of our programs. And until then, have a fantastic day.